Boom, boom, this is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Souls up today. So we got a surprise update last night. So the pool for Tensazangetsu is up today. So you might want to definitely want to get in there. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about why I think pulling for him is going to be a good idea. Now, they came out with some new Soul Hall functions. As you can see, they've got the new White Tiger Genesis, they've got the Vermilion Bird Genesis, and they've got the Black Tortoise Genesis. Tensazangetsu is the requirement for the Genesis, a Dragon Genesis, right here. Okay. If you take a look at the function, you see a decrease of 34%. Okay, so this is the first set of this. It's pulling from the other Azer Dragon Sage. Okay, so it's even though it's technically a new haul, it's still giving you the same buff that you had from the if you had the Dragon Sage. What's nice about this though is you can now put Tensazangetsu, if you put him in your team along with a White Tiger, a Vermilion Bird, and a Black Tortoise, you can now on the second rate, instead of getting a mastery skill, you get a damage rate at plus 8.2%. And I think this is better. Let me explain why. Currently, it's got 0.7, a plus 7.9. But here's what I don't like about this. On the Azer Dragon Sage, I didn't like was simply because it was a mastery skill. Let me show you it here. So this is the Azer Dragon Sage. You have to have Ichigo in this. Okay. And it was a mastery skill damage at plus 25%. This was extremely difficult to gauge as to how much of a real buff type setup that it was giving, because it's really not. It's the skill damage, but only on mastery skills. I like the fact that it was a high rate of plus 24%. But this is going to be good because this is a flat damage rate on the Genesis here. So I think this is going to be a lot better in the long run. But you're of course going to have to build this up because everybody's starting right here at 0. Okay, so you're going to have to start building up all the ones. But as a requirement, you need Tensazangetsu. And Tensazangetsu, 1 White Tiger, 1 Vermilion Bird, 1 Black Tortoise, and 1 other Azer Dragon War Soul. So you want to have 2 in there. So what I plan to do is once I get Tensazangetsu up, I'll probably replace Yamamoto, and by doing so, I'll be able to get the damage rate effect. Let me go into a bit of my formation here, because I have you definitely want to keep full haul Ichigo because he's a tank and a dealer and a life stealer. Okay, so to have that in effect, I want to take in. You have to have 2. Dragons, so you'll have Tensazangetsu and I'll have full Ichigo. So that's the current, that's the current setup I'm looking to go with the Genesis Hall. I like Yamamoto. I like the fact Yamamoto does excellent damage and he gives a burn, which is a buff. But his base attack is not very good. His rage is awesome. It makes up for the fact that he's got a very weak attack from a straight flush. So just doing your basic attack. Some characters that have a really good basic attack. White Ichigo has an excellent basic attack. Both Ichigo and White Ichigo. Kenpachi has an excellent basic attack, and believe it or not, Shinji has an excellent basic attack simply because of the rage reduction. So that's why I definitely want to keep those 3 in there. Getting rid of those 3 would just reduce the damage from your team immensely. But in terms of I like the fact that Yamamoto does a burn, and it's on all targets. But Tensazangetsu's rage hits all targets as well. So you can take that into account if you look at his skill set. If you go into the bag, you can see you should see him. You see him at 30. At 30. I believe he's at 30 because everybody who gets pulls at 30. We'll take a look at his skill set again here. So Tensazangetsu's at 30. Yeah, if you don't want to do a trial. max it up. Let's see what we got here. So as you can see, we'll get to see his rage here pretty soon. Okay, here it is. So as you can see, it hits all characters. So it's an excellent skill set. So he'll be hitting all characters too, but he also has a little bit added things that make him interesting, which is going to make him a much higher damage dealer than Yamamoto. So let's go into the info here. Now, on his rage skill, it deals damage to all enemies, but it has it. If targets are immobilized, it does 60% of his attack. And additional damage to targets whose CP is lower than 70%, equal to 60% of his attack. If any target's HP is lower than 50%, following attack deals additional damage to the target equal to 30. So basically, as the battle progresses, he gets, potentially, very, very strong. So he's going to be doing a lot more damage, much more damage than we have from Yamamoto in that terms. And he also does bleed, so he does have a buff, but he also stuns 20%. That's pretty low chance, but again, that just works in with his rage, as long as the target's immobilized. Okay, so you could, if you wanted to use him with somebody, say Toshiro, because I'm pretty sure Toshiro's freeze immobilizes, so you might be able to use him functionality with him too. So he has other sets if you wanted to use him. And then I like his passive. It's a crit chance. Okay, and again, at any time that the more damage to the characters that he's hitting on, you're going to see a better power output increase from him by sometimes quite a high percentage. So it's definitely a character that you definitely probably want to look at in replacing it. I was not really. I was unsure as to what I was going to do. I wanted to see what the see if the the skill set was going to be where I was looking at, because I've been analyzing the skill damage from from the characters, and Yuraku does not do much damage, but as I've said before, Yuraku's there for his tanking ability. I'm going to replace him. I want to replace him with the new Orihime that's out, the Christmas version of her, because she would fit in with my team nicely. She does damage, she does buffing, and she does healing. So that's what I want to get from my tortoise. Survivability is not much of an option anymore now that I've got full Hollow Ichigo. I mean, he lasts longer than he lasts longer than Yuraku does, simply because of his lifesteal. So Tensazangetsu fits in perfectly with what I was wanting to do, and I do like the Genesis Dragon Genesis Soul Hall effect. So once you have to start building that up, of course. But because you get the buff from the first set, I think I've already got them maxed out, as a matter of fact. Oh, let me go into my team. Soul Hall Dragon 90 90 90 90 90 90 90 90. Yes, they're all maxed out, so I can't go any further in this until I get level 90. Okay, but the Justice here, we've got some new ones here we can start doing on that, and just make sure that you get if you do the one, you'll only get the decrease of 34%. But if you do if you put in another dragon, because he's a dragon, Tensazangetsu, and then another dragon, in my case Full Hollow Ichigo, that would give me the damage rate of a plus 7.9, as well as the 34% damage increase. And then this will of course go up incrementally to 8 plus a damage rate of plus 8.2, and I like that. It's a flat damage rate, so it affects all characters. It doesn't have anything to do with the mastery skills, so that's good. I was really having a difficult time trying to determine what exactly the mastery skill effect at 20, what that meant, how it applied. I couldn't figure it out. So Uh, so I was pretty much sure that they were going to have something like a flat damage modifier on these soul halls. So the Genesis, they've got the White Tiger Genesis. This is going to run off of Halibel, of course. And then we've got the Black Tortoise. This is going to run off of Bergen, of course. And then last but not least, we've got the Vermilion Bird, which is, of course, going to run off of Stark, who just came out. So that's it. That's basically what you get. So I really think that the Genesis, the Dragon Genesis, has the best, secondary buff. Plus all the all the dragons are pretty good. So I basically have 2 White Tiger, Kenpachi and Ichigo, 2 dragons in Tensazangetsu, and Full Hollow Ichigo, and then I'll have my tortoise will be, it'll be Yuraku until I can get Orihime. Hopefully I can get Orihime. If not, I'll have to continue on with Yuraku. And then I will have to go with, and of course go with my Shinji will be my Vermilion, of course. That's pretty much where I'm at right now, and that's the way I want to set. So let's go ahead and do this drawing here. I have saved up a bunch of stuff for this, so I'm hoping to get him to, I want to get him to 4. I don't put anybody into my team until I can at least get 4 out of them, because that's when their passive begins to take effect. So let's go ahead. So the event summons is here. Now, this is the same as before. Summon 10. Okay, so each time you do a 10 pull, you're going to get 5 shards. Okay, so you're going to need to do a minimum of 6 pulls. You do 6 pulls, you'll get him. Plus, you'll get the reward chests, which would has another accumulation of 2, 2, 2, 2. And as you keep going, you'll get 2 more, and then you'll get some SR shards up here. Other minimal rewards on the beginning, but you get 2 more shards. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the pulling here. Now I've got tokens. I've been saving up my tokens as well too, and you can use the tokens for this as well. So Hinamori, 2 Hinamoris. Okay, so there's 5. You see, as you get 5 each time you do a 10. You get guaranteed shards. They do 5. I've never seen anything different. Okay, so I could use some more of my tokens. And another 5. Okay. Plus, we're getting a lot of other, characters that's in here as well. I'm almost up to Orihime. I'm able to start honing with her, and I got Mashiro. She drops for me quite frequently, so I got some more tokens, so I can do another 10 with tokens without having to use my Soul Jade. Okay, so I've got 15 to go. I've got Mashiro again, boy, and I got some Ichigo shards too. That's nice. Love's almost close too. Alright, so now I have used up all of my tokens except for 2. So I'll be able to get for 17. Okay, so I've got 20. Okay, I just got Miuri too, which is nice. I'm seriously considering adding Miuri to my Guardian stat simply because of the poison. If I could get him up high enough, that was something I was considering doing. And now that I've got another 50 for him, I might be able to take him up to 6 stars. Okay, so I got 25. Anybody else in here of interest? No. All right, so this right here, I'll get 30 right here. I'll get him. Okay, so yeah. So I now have Zangetsu. So now let's show you what to do here. Now, so you go in here and take this. So you're going to get an extra 6 when you get him. Two, 4, and 6. So now I have 36 shards. Okay, but that's not done here because they have this event up, which they always have, which is a Soul Jade rebate. So whenever you spend your Soul Jade, you get some of it back. So this will allow you to extend your pooling as you need to go. As you can see, you're getting quite a bit back. 600 is not bad. Okay, so let's go into the bag here. And right there he is with 36 shards. And we'll combine him. And we'll share him. You don't actually have to share them, you just have to open up your Facebook page and it'll automatically go in. Okay, so that's good. So let's go into the character here and let's go see where he's at. He's probably going to be towards the bottom here because he's only going to be there. He is, right? No, that's not him, that's Stark. They look the same though, don't they? Got that same freezing look. There he is, Tensazangetsu. All right, so we've actually got some bonuses already. So he's got a bonus with Zangetsu, of course, and a bonus with where did you go to activate all? So I need Ishin for that one. Ishin, I'm going to need to go. I'm going to need to focus on Ishin, aren't I? I have to adjust my. I'm going to have to adjust my bonus shards from Unohana down to him. I think we can do that. It's just not an option in this one. See an option in this one? Yeah, he is. Alright, so that's it. So that's how you do the pool. Now we need to look at him because I want to get him up to, right now he's only he should be at 2-star. Yeah, he's at 2-star. So to promote him, we're going to need 34 more shards. That's going to be another 6 pools. Got Omida. And another 5. I got some more Ichigo shards here. So let's summon again here. Chad. Genju. I've got Genju max. I got Genju like 7 stars and I'm at 2nd level of honing with him. I could probably I'll just start using his shards to make a soul, war soul. Well, Shiro, whew, bad. Just give me her all the time. We got Rukia. Alright, let's do another one here. Got love. I get love all the time too. Soy Fawn. Shuki. He's not bad. He has a pretty good attack. Ooh, double up on the Yuri. She's not bad. Alright, so let's see how many rewards we got in here. So we got claim 2. Claim. So now this will roll over to a new one where you can get more shards. So you're going to get 2 pretty much every time. Now if you pull on this without an off, like when there's no banner up, you can get Omni shards and stuff in there. So how close am I to him right now? Let's go into the character here. Should be pretty close to get him up to 3. Yeah, one more pull. So let's go back to the banner here. Now you only get 5. I've never doubled it up or anything, so I think it's just you're guaranteed to get 5 shards. I mean, you might be able to get 10 maybe on 2, but I've never had it actually happen to me. It's always been just 5 shards every pool. So just make sure you do a 10 pool. Don't ever do a 1 pool, because you know the chances are just, you know, if you get 10, you're guaranteed to get some of the shards. All right, so let's promote him up to, so he's up to 3-star now. So now we do 80. So 80 is of course a lot of shards. That's going to be, you know, 5 into 80. So as you can see, it's going to be a lot of shards. This is where your Omni shards come into play. But first, we need to determine which way we want to go. Now, I've been saving up specifically for Tensazangetsu, so I have 127 Omni shards. So I can go ahead and make him into the team right now if I wanted to. Do I want to pull on any more? Do I want to save the Soulja? So I'm going to wait. This is up for another 2 days. 1 day or 2 days. This will be up for another 2 days. I want to see if I can try to get something from the league as to what they're going to do with these Orihimes. If they're going to have a pool for these, and I'm thinking they're going to have a soul box pool for them sometime beginning of next year. That would be the logical assumption. Plus, I want to, you know, I have to see. I'm getting pretty good on the actual Christmas event. I'm to her. I'm actually pulling for her now. So I'll be starting to hit her, and I've still got 10 days. So I'm really, you know, I'm hopeful that I might be able to actually, you know, actually complete this. If you really, really want her, I would suggest doing the recharge. Wrong recharge. I would, even though you only get a pittance of shards, like 1 shard each time you do the recharge, but you only need 50 to do it. So you can spend like 99 cents. You can purchase a simple little old 99-cent thing, and you can get 1 Omni shard. It's a daily pack, and that will give you the recharge, and then you can get 15. So that's, you know, that's a chance to clear quite a few more of the things that you go to speeding through it. So this would give you a little bit of a boost, and it's fairly cheap. It only needs to be 50 VI points. So you can they got the pack in here. The pack that I use it's not in the shop. It's actually in the recharge, and then it's the pack, and it's this little duty right here. It gives you one Omni shard, you know, but you're not purchasing it for the Omni shard. They also have a weekly pack that you can do, which gives you 50 Soul Jade instead of 50,000 in coins. You know, maybe you want some Soul Jade back as a replacement or something like that. So either one of these will give you the recharge. You know, if you open it up, see right here, VIP points. You have to, it requires 50. So make sure that you're purchasing something that has VIP points to it. I think everything has a VIP pack associated with it. Yeah, so you're always going to get VIP points, but just make sure that, you know, make sure that it does. Don't, you know, because you need, that's what you need for the recharge is 50 VIP points. So make sure that whatever you're purchasing has VIP points attached to it. You just click on the item to see if it does. It doesn't show it on the outside where you're purchasing, but it does show you inside. So make sure it has 50 so that you'll be able to claim. Now, if you do, you know, that will give you 1 shard for Orihime or Rukia, and that'll give you 15 bells. And like I say, the bells is what you want because that allows you to clear these faster and get through. Okay, I mean, if you want to guarantee yourself Orihime, all you need to do is go to the packs and just, you know, purchase the limited time packs here. I mean, any one of these. I'm not sure that this one would do it, but this one would, I would say, would pretty much guarantee that you're going to get her. 150 would almost clear. You know, you'd almost clear. You know, you clear quite a bit of. You know, you probably haven't been able to go through 2 full sets of the, you know, the square, but you probably won't have to go that far. I've never actually had to clear one out before. In this particular game, I've had to clear it out sometimes on Mobile Legends Adventure because they have similar events like this. But I've never had to in their events. I've never had to actually clear a whole square out. I've always gotten it before the end was up. So I guess that's just you know, I'm not sure how they set this up, what the percentages are under each box. if the percentage actually increases as you begin to pull more. But I'm beginning to think that maybe it does actually increase. As you pull through farther into you get a better percentage of hitting one that pulls her up. But that is what they're saying. So I'm going to hold off on this and try to find out a little bit more information on what they're going to be doing with the Orihimes. If I can't, I'll go ahead and do another video, and we'll just continue pulling and see how many we can get. I can probably estimate it. I can probably get 2160 per, so that's going to give me 3 more pulls, so I'll be able to get 15 more shards for him, and that would, that all that would do would be saving me having to use my Omni shards for him. So that's all it would save. But either way, you've got him. So if you're looking for somebody, like I say, I think the Genesis Soul Hall for the Dragon is pretty much better. So that's what I'm going to do. So he will eventually be put in the team. I'm going to continue with Yamamoto right now, simply because I need to build up Tensazangetsu. I might go ahead and stick him. Once I've got him built up, you're going to have to enhance him and go through all those things. I might go ahead and stick him in the Guardian slot because I do like his rage, and putting him in probably on the 2nd or 3rd would be really good, because you want to use him. You want to use him. His rage works best when the other team has taken some damage. So you don't want to use him like immediately out of the gate because nobody's done damage. I mean, it would still do damage. It does more damage when they're healed, or when they've been damaged, when their hit points is lower. So you might want to pop him in. You don't want to put him in 3rd because most of the battles inside the arena don't go that far. They don't really make it to the 3rd slot a lot of times. They're over in the first 2. So putting him in the 2nd slot would probably be more. You get more out of his rage, because that's all they do. Guardians all they do is they only do that. So they only do rage. They don't do anything else. So, but yeah, I'll have to see how much it does. But I think that's probably what I'll probably do in the interim until I can get him up to where he's something that's respectable, and then I'll go ahead and work him into the team. But a lot of it depends on that. But yeah, so my focus right now is going to be on Urahime, and we'll have to go from there. But either way, I'll have Tensazangetsu up to 4 stars, whether I do the draw or whether I just use the Omni shards. I've got enough to do it. So either way, I've got him at 4, and that's what my goal was. I was a little bit surprised that it happened. I was not expecting it. I was expecting it. I thought it would happen this week, but I didn't expect until I thought they'd do an update on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday to push it down. Instead, they did it on Saturday night because today's Sunday. So unusual time, but hey, if you got it, go ahead and put it up there. I'm all for it. All right, so yep, he's up. So go ahead and pull for him. Good choice, especially if you're going to do the Genesis, Dragon Genesis Soul Hall. All right, so thanks a lot for watching, everybody. And remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified each time I drop a video. So this is Kendra coming at you from the corner, and I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Signing out.